be learning how to play Men of Harlech on the online keyboard. But before we do, let's take a look at some of the rhythms in the music. You'll probably recognise some of the rhythms as we have covered them before in class. In this bar, for example, we just have 4 crotchets that would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. But when we compare it to this rhythm, we haven't seen this before. You may notice that this crotchet has a dot after it. We call this a dotted rhythm, and we count them like this. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. As you can see, the quavers come with the and on this. Now, since it's a bit hard just to stop here, we're going to add the next bar into when we practice this rhythm. So, when we add these 2 bars together, it sounds like this. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that together. I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. Now once you've learnt this rhythm, you've learnt half the piece because this rhythm reappears on the second line down here. But let's take a look at the second half of this line. As you can see, this is a very complicated rhythm. So we have used the words I want to go home to help us remember how it sounds. If we were to clap this rhythm, it would sound like this. I want to go home. It's a bit tricky to start at the start of that bar, so we're going to clap this bar as well, which is just 4 crotchets. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to go home. Let's try that together. I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to go home. Excellent. Practice these rhythms a couple of times before you move on to the online keyboard. Once you do move on to the online keyboard, you'll see it looks like this. First things first, make sure you click the English notation button so you can see the note names. Next, let's find the starting note. To find the starting note, we find this grey note here and we count up 8 white notes to find our starting note. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This note here is the note we will start on. We need to move that into the centre of the screen. Make sure when you move it up you can still see this note here, this G, below it, and you need to be able to see the A above it. This is how all the notes in between are the notes we will play in this piece. So let's have a go at putting some of our new dotted rhythms together with some of the pitches. Let's try the first 2 bars. It would sound like this. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. The next 2 bars are just crotchets, so they sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we get the return of that lovely dotted rhythm we started the piece with. It sounds like this. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. And now our new rhythm, I want to go home. Practice that a few times saying the rhythms out loud like that. Eventually you'll be able to say those in your head and just hear the notes. This is how it would sound. Good luck learning Men of Harlech.